All right, we are back here, part two of the Super Bowl coverage here on the podcast. This week, we did the game coverage Joe Dall'Isio earlier in the week. That's in your podcast feed. If you have not listened yet. This is part of one episode, but we split it up this week because we had some scheduling conflicts. But we are back continuing tradition here, halftime and commercial coverage of Super Bowl 59. Joining me today, our pop culture correspondent Sam Derosa is back with us. Sam, how are you?
I am great, Mike. How are you?
Doing good, like I feel like we gotta make the most we can out of this game, which did not give us much enjoyment material because I don't know if you saw that apparently they did set the record again with 126 million viewers. I did think it was funny that the game coverage peaked from 8 to 8:15 Eastern time in the middle of the second quarter, which tells you a lot of people flipped off after that point.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot to say about this game. I feel bad for Joe who had to have his commentary, but I just give you three sentences and it'd be your shortest podcast of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, not great.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, all I say, I think this is probably the worst game we've gotten since the COVID Super Bowl, which was again a Chiefs loss, so they couldn't protect Patrick Mahomes. So that was a common thread here. But I think in terms of bad game, the one that jumps out to me more, I think this is probably the most uncompetitive game I think since that MetLife Super Bowl, where the Seahawks just ran all over the Broncos.
Yeah, it's like not even that. It's just like I'm not a fan of either team. They're not my team. But nobody wanted to see the Chiefs be three-peaters and all this lovely crap. But I was excited for the Eagles kicker. I think his name is Elliott.
Yeah, Jake Elliott had a big game. He had 16 points.
Yeah, that guy killed it. I was like, who is this guy? I was like, he's kill. I was like, every time he was about to kick it, I'm like, go kicker, because I didn't bother to learn his name till after the fact. But
Yeah, and the party I was at, I think like one of my good friends, he's gay. Like he was very happy about that Cooper DeJean had a good game for the Eagles.
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was happy for Jalen Hurts as well. I give credit where credit's due. He really wanted to win, and I feel like it showed really well.
Yeah, so now we got our game commentary out of the way. We did our three sentences, more a little more than that, but we go into what we're really here for, which is the halftime show and the commercials here. I think we got one of the more interesting halftime shows in recent memory here with the Kendrick Lamar performance.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know about you, but I thought it was great. I know we mostly talk about sports and movies and television, but for our political climate, I felt like it was a very nice little show for that. But what I liked most was the memes that came from Kendrick Lamar's jeans.
I mean, the end of the actual halftime show was a meme itself. I've seen that meme so all over the place for pretty much everything.
Yeah, the one I like the one where he's just like walking. It's like, have you seen the meme where he's walking across the stage and it's like
Yeah,
that face that he does?
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That's everywhere.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No, it's amazing. I love that. I just love how people were like, "Oh, what jeans is Kendrick wearing?" and or the I shouldn't have thrown my Abercrombie and Finch like bell-bottom jeans or flare jeans out in 2005, and it was just silly and great. But loved seeing Samuel L. Jackson. You know my thoughts on him.
Yeah. Uncle Sam was a great addition to this show because like I think it definitely sailed over a lot of people's heads in but
Yep.
the political commentary there was pretty spot on from Kendrick Lamar and like all the nods to like this is not what America wants you to do. Do this instead. Don't go out under the street lights. He had this sort of stuff like the game control, like you're playing America the game. Like a lot of like deep cut thoughts for Kendrick Lamar here. And he used his stage to send a message.
Yeah, and all of the Drake like shade, like the Sony controller, Jake or Drake. I can't speak. Drake with the, being signed with Sony and then with the whole Serena Williams doing the crip walk and everything.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was just I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure that a lot of America's older audience did not, but in that case, I don't really care. I thought it was great.
Yeah, and we gotta talk about the Serena Williams thing here. Like that is like if you're looking for a mic drop for the Kendrick Lamar Drake feud, having Serena Williams there doing the crip walk and on the Super Bowl halftime show when they're basically spouting, teasing "not like us" and everybody's going say the line," and the whole stadium chanting "minor." It's like It's like that's like there's no coming back from that if you're Drake.
Yeah, it's like double hit because what was it? A week and a half, 2 weeks ago was the Grammys and he performed it on there and he like swept at the Grammys. Then he like, completely just incinerated Drake multiple times. You know what I mean? Like he's just done.
Yeah, he's done. And like I said, kudos to Serena too for showing up to do that because that was like great. And I saw the story where she was asked like she was like shocked that she got asked like, yeah, I'll do it. This sounds fun.
Yeah, she's great. I love her.
Yeah. I love the Serena pop in here. And I think in terms of like recent halftime shows, like where would you put this on the like our terms of our recent halftime shows? We got like Usher recently. We've had like it's better than like the Maroon Fives of the world and the Coldplays. I think this is still top. This is one of the more top recent performances.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the only thing that I thoroughly enjoyed Rihanna's halftime performance, and I really enjoyed J-Lo and Shakira in 2020 before the world went to crap. But besides that, I feel like it's really high up there.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't give you a specific number, but it's on my probably like top five.
I don't think it was good as the 2021 like LA show when you had
Oh
Eminem.
yeah, that too. Okay, maybe it's like the lower half of my top five, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'll give you some recent halftime shows. We'll do this real quick and sort of like
Okay.
we'll go back to I think Super Bowl 40. We'll go back to the Coldplay one. That's the 10 years ago Super Bowl. So we're actually going back to San Francisco next year, which is actually pretty fun for Super Bowl 60. But in terms of better than Coldplay with Bruno Mars and Beyonce.
100%.
Yeah. Lady Gaga in Houston.
Yeah, I think it was better than that too, and I love Gaga.
Timberlake in Minnesota with the Prince hologram.
Yeah, no, better than that.
Maroon 5, Travis Scott, and Big Boy. Definitely better than that.
Yeah, 100%. I hate Maroon 5.
Shakira and J-Lo.
And that's where it starts to get like I just like things the same, so I'm gonna group that in the like the good category. Everything else I've been saying is the not so good category.
The Weekend with his COVID show in the Hall of Mirrors.
That was terrible, but so no, no, not better, or it is better than that.
I gave him a curve on that one because he had COVID restrictions. He probably did with how many backup dancers you could actually have and stuff. So I give him a little bit,
Yeah.
not like intentionally bad. Like the Maroon 5 one, where the only thing you remember from is that Al Levine took his shirt off halfway through singing.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. That's how much I hate Maroon 5.
Yeah, well, we were at this part of that we got there early. We were just watching some old halftime shows to get,
Hmm.
and somebody said the Maroon 5, and we put it on. We put it on for a few minutes. Like this is terrible.
Well, I have some questions for that person, but we'll speak about that later.
Yeah, you can talk about it later. I've mentioned Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, 50 Cent, hip hop at the show. That was, I think,
Yeah, that's really high up there. That was so much fun. I had so much fun at that one. I was singing and along and dancing, and that was like probably one of the only times I've gotten up off my couch.
yeah. Then Rihanna and Usher the last two before this.
Yeah, I mean like Usher's fine and all, and I know I say this every single time I come on the podcast, but I have beef with Usher, and I know he doesn't know who I am, but I have beef with him. So
I mean, he did bring some good people on last year. He had a lot of like fun pop-ins.
yeah, that's true. But again, T-Pain for life.
Yeah, so would you put this number two behind the 2021 show?
Either at two or three. I need to I feel like soak in for a couple more days.
Yeah, see, because I think the Rihanna one's up there too.
Yeah, that one's a lot of fun. I just have some of them are just so fun. I love it.
Yeah, definitely a fun conversation here. And next year, Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco. Last year, we made the call. We said shoot Lil Wayne. Did not go that way. I think we got bailed out here. Kendrick Lamar did put on a good show for us here. So
Hmm.
Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco. It's gonna be like a daytime element as well because it's gonna probably kick off like 3 o'clock, 3:40 over there. So who do you think they're gonna go to next year? It doesn't have to be. You can go. You don't even have to go a specific person. You can go with an archetype
Mm.
position. Like, what do you feel like they're gonna do?
Well, depending on how the, you know, people are feeling, they can go one of two ways. This is my two thoughts on it. Either one, they can do a lot of Bay Area like 90s hip hop, because that was like a lot of big guys have come from there. Or they can do more of like a 60s, 70s rock alternative, even into the 90s, because that includes like Jefferson Airplane, CCR, Green Day, Metallica, Third Eye Blind. They all came from like the Bay Area. So like, maybe something different than hip hop or not. We can go back to like 90s hip hop. I don't know. That's just my thought. I feel like it's a good idea.
I love your ideas. I just don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to try and go for as big a name as possible here. Because I mean, I
I
think,
guess that is 60 too, or 60 as well. So
yeah,
it's a big year.
I mean, it's hard to go from Rihanna, Usher, and Kendrick Lamar to like some of those acts you mentioned. They would be a good fit stylistically for the area.
Yeah, I don't work in the NFL, so, what do I know?
My hunch is, I feel like we've had two male acts in a row. I feel like we're gonna try and I think there's a lot in that young female pop artist category. I think we might be going in that direction next year. I don't think Taylor Swift, I think that's off the table. I think she, as long as you're the Kelsey
Yeah.
and he's playing, she's not gonna do it. Like, I think you're in that like Ariana Grande bucket. I think you're in like that bucket of like the ones who are coming up behind her. Like, I think especially in the aftermath of Wicked 2, like
Mm,
part two coming out, I think I could see Ariana Grande being the call.
true. I mean, or they could do kind of like a Billie Eilish or something.
Billie Eilish should be a big name pull also because she has all these Oscar acclaimed songs. So I could see that being a direction they go as well.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll be surprised, but if I'm right, I would like this to be known for next year. If I'm right on any of these, the 90s hip hop or the old school like rock and roll alternative stuff. So just write that down, Mike. Write that down.
I have it written down. So if it we'll play this next year if you're right.
Okay, perfect. I love it.
All right. So now we can go to the commercials here, the second part of our coverage here on this thing here. So overall thoughts on the commercials.
They were fine. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm getting really tired of the commercials. It's like, here's our Super Bowl commercial, and we don't even know who's playing in the Super Bowl yet. Does that bother you as much as it bothers me?
Yeah, I think all come out way too early because like
100%.
there was an article in the Athletic, I think, on Thursday afternoon that had basically said these are all the big game ads. I'm like, why am I even gonna watch the game? All the ads are out already.
Yeah, and also I feel like it deters people who don't really watch football either, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, like that's the whole point. Is like you want I mean, there were a few that popped up that like they didn't release immediately, but like a lot of them like came out like on YouTube or like were on the company's website before the game came out. Like
Yeah. Because like like it used to be where you'd watch the Super Bowl, yeah, for the game and yes, for the halftime show, but you wouldn't even turn off the game because you don't know what commercial was coming next. Like what company put out like this hilarious commercial. Even if the game was so bad like it was this year, like, quarter four, like that Epic Doritos commercial with the snow globe, and he's like, I predict there's gonna be free Doritos, and he throws it into the like vending machine. Like, you would stay for those. Those are funny and like crazy. And then I felt like this year wasn't like that. I mean, there was like two or three where I was like, that's pretty crazy and funny, but
yeah, and some of the better ones popped up very late in the game when people might have turned off already. So, like the whole
yeah.
Antonio Banderas commercial, I think that one, I think a lot of people were off the game by that point.
Yeah, I don't even remember that one, but I also stopped paying attention because the game was so bad.
Yeah, it was here. So, give me some standouts. What were some of your favorites?
All right. Should I lead with like, okay. I really enjoyed, now I'm very biased for this one. I enjoyed the Bill Murray Yahoo commercial.
Yeah, that one, that one, I think must have gone off my head. I must have missed that one.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't see it live, but of course I do my thorough research and it came up and you can like email Bill Murray like questions or like whatever. So it was considered a Super Bowl commercial, but I liked that one because I love Bill Murray. So
Did you email
shout
him?
out Bill. No, I didn't. He's not gonna respond to me and I'm just gonna be upset.
I mean, you could always just ask him how long Phil Connors was trapped in the time loop in Groundhog Day.
I could have. I mean, I have a million questions for him. It'd just be this long-winded thing. He'd probably think I'm some psycho and then be like, flag her for life.
All right. So what else you got besides Bill Murray?
I have the Nike's Women in Sports. That one was really good. I enjoyed that one a lot. The the I can't speak today. Sorry, Mike. The Pringles mustache commercial was funny too.
Yeah, the Pringles mustache was great. I do have that one queued up here. I'm going to play it for the podcast audience because I think it's worth like revisiting here. So just give me 1 second. You want to fill up my string here real quick while I get that one set up.
Oh, okay. So, I enjoyed this one a lot because not only did it have fun mustache people, but it had my favorite mustache person, which is Nick Offerman. And it was playing to the background music of like the 1960s Batman, which
Yeah,
was very, I thought, silly, and I love that.
yeah, it was a great one. That one I got spoiled on ahead of time. I'd seen that one, but it still hit in the moment. So I'm going to share on the screen here. So for the YouTube version, Mike Phillips on YouTube, watch the YouTube video of the Pringles Super Bowl commercial. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Having some technical difficulties with the audio, so bear with me real quick.
It's okay. We can pause on Adam Brody's face all day.
Yep. So let me go ahead here, try this again. I'm going to stop the share, try and do, I think maybe I know what I did wrong here. Leave that clip in there for the video audience. So try again. Let's go.
We're out of Pringles.
Just blow in the can. Do it.
I'd like to thank our fans.
I'm just gonna go to the store.
I think you got mine.
I like it.
Like this alone is hilarious just because especially the bit with at the end of Nick Hoffman having Harden's mustache and phenomenal.
I also forgot about the Mr. Potato Head part. That was hilarious. It just like pops out.
Yeah. Great job by Pringles too, because like that's one of their defining things is the mustache guy on the can. So
hmm
easy way to people remember too that's a Pringles ad.
That and I haven't liked the Pringles commercials in recent years, so this made me feel better.
It's the first one in a while I remember them actually doing.
It's remember the one with like they just get your hand stuck in there? I feel like
Yeah,
they went with that for a really long time.
that was like I think like 4 maybe 5 years ago. I remember that commercial came out.
Yeah, and then that's the only one I remember since now the mustache one. So congratulations, Pringles.
Yeah. I'm also gonna play for you the one that got the biggest laughs at my party. The one
Ooh,
we're
I'm
watching.
excited.
You remember the Reese's commercial?
Possibly.
Yeah, it's the Reese's the chocolate lava big cups for
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
the don't eat lava commercial is great. So we're gonna go ahead and play this one here as well. So listen up for the Reese's lava commercial for the audio of your audience.
Ever since Reese's came out with their new chocolate lava big cup with a delicious layer of chocolate lava, people visiting the lava flows have been pretty confused.
That stuff looks delicious! I want to eat lava!
It looks so good!
Just a little taste!
Don't eat lava, eat chocolate lava.
Get in my mouth, lava!
Don't eat lava, eat ooey gooey chocolate lava.
It's lava time, baby!
Don't eat lava! Eat new Reese's chocolate lava big cups!
Like this one's a automatic was like this was the one that got people going nuts at the party watching.
I forgot that that was Reese's, but it because I ended up going on a tangent with my family that we were watching about how it's just like everybody just like wants to touch lava. It looks so touchable. And then that's what happened with my brain. That's where it went to.
Yeah. I think that's a fun, like very fun spot. Very memorable. I always remember the old lady on the scooter, like on the motorized wheelchair driving up to try and get the lava. Wheels catching on fire.
I like he's like trying to like get the lava in his mouth and he just gets like bodied completely. It was amazing.
Yeah, I think also a couple other ones I enjoyed here. David Beckham and Matt Damon's Stella Artois commercial was fun.
Yes. I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I did like that. That like especially that they had Matt Damon trying to be like an amazing punter.
Yeah. I just like it like we're twins. Like that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, just Dave Beckham.
So great. I'm so glad that like all these celebrities are doing these like the Bud Light commercial with Post Malone.
Yeah. Post Malone was a good one. That one got hit at our party here. I
Yeah,
also
the HOA line like floored me. I
yeah
was like, oh, I must be an adult now. I'm laughing at HOA
yeah
humor.
yeah for sure. Another one I think mentioned here, the Instacart one where all the mascots were showing up at somebody's house was fun.
Yeah, that was cute. I liked that one. How did you feel about the Tostino's pizza rolls one?
Not the favorite.
I don't know why, but there's two versions. The version that they played, maybe because it was just so like one ridiculous and two, I wasn't expecting him to be murdered by the doors. But
Yeah,
did you see the one that did not air? That would they wouldn't let air on the national TV?
I didn't see that. I don't remember that like him dying at the doors. That's all I remember from that.
That is just like it was so long of just like the screaming and like everything. But the one that they didn't show, like his eyeball popped out, and I was just like, this is even more ridiculous and stupid and everything. But I weirdly liked it. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, one of my personal favorites also, the Clydesdales coming back in. I don't think we had them for a couple of years. Like the Clydesdales doing delivery of the keg that falls off the truck was fun. Although
Yeah, it was cute.
somebody probably pointed out like, that beer is definitely like gonna the king's gonna explode as soon as somebody taps it.
No, exactly. And it's probably dented, like falling down the, hill into the brook. And I'm like, well, it tried. The horse tried.
Yeah. The Clydesdales are always good. I mean, my favorite one still, like when the Clydesdale helped the dog find his way home after he gets lost. But
Oh,
like,
that was so heartwarming and sad in a good way.
yeah. Another one we played, the one I played at the top of the segment here. What did you think of the Mountain Dew one with where we play Kiss Like a Lime?
Um, that
A lime.
song and me, I don't know why, but like that song just makes me crack up. I don't know if it's because of Community. I don't know if you've seen that show in that episode. It's disturbing. I did chuckle at it. But that was another one that they played so like early on. They released it, what? It had to be like 3 or 4 days before at least.
Yeah, I remember like the whole thing was like, oh, like Seal's face is on a seal, and then like it's funny at the end when he pops up in the boat and is like, he's like, yeah, whatever.
I thought it was clever because it's like da da da, and they're like ba ha ha, and that was good. I thought that was clever and silly.
Yeah, I thought that was a fun one for sure. I think that was my one of my highlights here. I think now that we got targeted, I felt like there were a lot of mayonnaise commercials.
There were. Yeah. I don't know what it is about America and mayo.
Yeah, it was very strange because you got the Harry Met Sally spot where you had Meg Ryan reuniting with Billy Crystal on one ad, and then you got two different Jason Alexander ads competing Mike's Amazing Mayo.
Yeah. Yeah, it was strange. I didn't mind the when Harry met Sally because I'm a fan of the movie. But also Jason Alexander makes me laugh, so I'm just like, why is there so many condiments? I mean, I guess right, you're at a football thing, but whatever. I rescind that earlier statement.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Alexander playing everybody in a diner is fun. I did
Yeah.
enjoy that a bit. I just think there's a missed opportunity here, considering like he's most famous for George, and George likes to go to a diner. Like Jerry Seinfeld should have shown up at the end of this thing and like, what the hell's going on in here?
Yeah, or any of them making like a small little, 3-second appearance.
Yeah, I think Jerry would have been the one to get, especially after they did that commercial a few years ago, which was the comedians in cars getting coffee, like secret super small spot a few years ago when they actually replayed George and
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
I wish that would have been a thing, but the Mayo commercials, they felt like we are way over the top on the Mayo love here.
Agreed.
All right, go the other way. Some other notable ones, I think. What did you think of this? Like the weird thing we got right before halftime, where Angel's office telling you to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I didn't, and also like it wasn't enough time. Let's be honest. What if you're not directly next to a toilet?
Like, what if you have
That is making people feel rushed, and that is not healthy for your stomach.
yeah, or like if someone is already in the bathroom when you need to go.
True. You know what I was giving? Remember when we were younger, before like, we had streaming TV because we're old
Yep.
as heck. When you would go to the bathroom for a commercial break when you're a kid, and then like your sibling would be like, "Oh my God, it's coming back, hurry up!" And you're like rushing to get back to the television, like you're running. I had like some, flashbacks of that.
Yeah, was this before the halftime show or before like Kendrick Lamar? Is this for the studio guys or was it before that? Because I don't remember if it was before Kendrick Lamar. If Kendrick Lamar is
It was right before Kendrick Lamar.
that's a bad spot to put that commercial in.
Yeah, no, agreed.
It was before the halftime guys. Okay, like you can spin that one because like if you're trying to make the point, oh, you gotta hurry before Kendrick Lamar comes on. Like not great.
Yeah, because they said it's time for the Super Bowl halftime show, and then it was like it had like the countdown, and I was like, "Where's Kendrick?"
Yeah, yeah, that one here. A couple of the other ones here. We got like some weird like like stop hate ads at Tom Brady and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I feel like I only saw one of those though.
There was two. They play another one later in the game, probably after you were like switching off of it.
Probably. For a minute when it first started, like not when it first started, but like when they came on, I was afraid it was going to be some sort of like joke.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good to stop hate.
Yeah. What do you think of the hims and hers weird commercials like I have about like the weight loss and like everybody's like, oh, like we have an obesity epidemic in America, and like you're basically airing to the day when everybody's just gorging on wings and sandwiches and like desserts, like very interesting time to get people to feel like health conscious.
That and also they're like, all of our food is poison, all this bad thing. So you know what? We're gonna push drugs. Do you know what this country happens to the people in this country when they get addicted to things? They overdose on drugs. Like it's just like a drug commercial that they're trying to make look good.
Yeah.
But it's just like not the time and place.
No, like this is not the place. Like, I mean, like when you have like people who are literally just like, this is a party time, everybody's going to like, like have all their food and like they know that like the next day it's like, oh, I'm gonna feel this the next day, but like whatever, I'm celebrating today. Like,
Yeah.
not the time people want to be thinking about like all the calories they're consuming.
Yeah, that and like telling people that they're fat.
Yeah, that's also not a good recipe for success here.
Not cute in 2025.
Nope. Let's talk about this Dung Kings commercial here because I feel like you liked it more than I did.
I have my little asterisk on there, Mike. I liked the Jeremy Strong parts and just seeing Jay and Silent Bob, but that's it.
All right, let's play it for the audience here. I have that one queued up on the YouTube here, so we'll go to this one here. The Dung Kings Super Bowl commercial featuring Ben and Casey Affleck, Jeremy Strong, Bill Belichick, and Drewski.
To Java Jet, Battle of the Coffee Brand Bands.
This ain't the Dunkings. Where the hell are Matt and Tom?
Forget them suckers. Matt Damon and Tom Brady don't have the heart of a champion. We got a new squad, Dun Kings sequel. Affleck's and Belichick. Dun Kings! A little more spirit on the, on the charge next time. All right. We got a fourth Dun King, too, coming. Oh, my God.
Hey, man.
Is that coffee? What are you doing in there?
I'm just trying to find the character.
We got to battle the barista buds.
I'm all in for Duncan. You should have paid for Matt.
I told you that.
Dun King, about to get
Roasted!
like a dark seasonal roast with coriander and slight balsamic drizzle.
Sounds like what's in my garbage disposal.
See you, coach. How much to wait a half hour to get my name spelled wrong on the cup?
Nobody wants a goat milk double half calf soy milk cap. You could just brew it. It's beans and water.
Oh, damn. Listen, Dunkin's for all of yous. America runs on Dunkin'.
Yeah, I think this one was like a weird one for me because like obviously I think the Jeremy Strong thing is the thing you remember from this commercial, but like it felt weird. You had like the fake fight with the supposed to be Starbucks people in there, and then you have like the weird stuff like Belichick kind of just being there and not really doing anything. Like this felt like a misfire to me.
Well, he ruined that commercial, but Jeremy Strong, like was reading up on the commercials, and that was like his idea was to do like the method acting part, and that made me like the commercial more after I read that because I was just like, I love it. I think he's hilarious. And then he did right, there was another one where he was like a revolutionary guy.
Yeah, I think not this commercial. I think a different commercial he was in.
I thought it was like still a Dunkin' commercial.
This is the only one they had, as far as I can remember.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Hey, listen. I just saw Jeremy Strong, and I'm like, whoop, put two and two together.
Yeah, for me, this just did not land, and I think last year was much funnier because I think also losing J-Lo, I think it did hurt this commercial a bit. Because I think the whole bit last year when he was just showing up at her work was great.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny. That's hard to beat.
Yeah, and then again losing Damon and Brady brought something to the Dunkin' Kings commercial last year. Swapping in Belichick and his girlfriend didn't help.
Yeah, it's just so weird.
Yeah, and they didn't even tell you like what they were doing for Dunkin' King. Like last year, they told you, "Oh, we have a special menu coming with the Dunkin' King stuff." Like they didn't tell you anything about why they're doing it again.
All I know is that I saw an ad to buy like the Dunkin' Donuts veloured looking jumpsuits, and I was like, bleh.
Yeah, and I'm a Starbucks guy more than Dunkin', so like you had to sell me more to get me to go there more. So,
Agreed. I too am more of a Starbucks girly.
all right, it's good to know here. And I think like, what was your pick for the worst commercial of the Super Bowl? Because I have one that I will throw out in a second.
Okay, the Tubi commercials where the man's head was shaped like different hats, and that was his freaking head. Ugh, that made me want to vomit
Yeah,
each time it came on.
The guy was the West, especially the one with the Western, when the guy's head was supposed to be a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I feel like I saw two of them where he had like a cowboy hat shaped head, and the other guys were like, "We're wizards" or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, who thought of that? Are they okay?
Yeah, that was a weird one. I'll give you one. I think may have slipped under your radar here. Do you remember the coffee mate cold foam commercial?
No, I don't know if I got that one.
Well, I'm going to give it to you now. This is my pick for the worst commercial of the Super Bowl. So, this is me who loves cold foam, who actually will buy the coffee mate cold foam. This did not help. So I'm going to go here to this one. It's a 30-second coffee mate foam diva commercial.
Let's go, dogs! I'm a dancing tongue and I like the taste of cold foam. Hey, have you ever seen a tongue do this? Yeah, everybody now! Give me cold foam.
Huh.
The look on your face for that one was amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I missed that one. That's something else.
That's a little disturbing.
A lot disturbing. I'm trying to think about what was it like a couple years ago. We had
It was made mobile with the chunky milk.
yes, I don't think it was chunky milk level, but gosh darn it, was it close.
It was the worst of this year by a landslide, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't see that live. That would have made me not want to finish my snacks.
I saw that, like I literally did not want to eat for like another quarter after I watched that commercial.
I don't know what's going on with people. I feel like maybe everybody in the marketing industry is unwell.
Yeah, so it's a shame because their cold foam is good, but that did not really help convince people to go get it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I probably won't go buy it now.
Yeah, that's for sure. So I think we wrapped it up here on this stuff, and then we got a good sampling of what's going on here. So before I let you go, as we always do, like what is some of the stuff you're keeping up with, like some of the stuff you're watching, streaming wise? What are you looking forward to?
Okay, well, I'm caught up with Severance season 2. I remember coming up on here saying I was very excited, and guess what? I am not disappointed yet. So I've been watching that. I am excited for White Lotus. I'm excited for, oh God, so many things. But right now, Severance is like my main thought process all the time. Disgustingly so.
I'm glad you brought the White Lotus because the first episode, season 3, is coming on Sunday. We're coming on the pod next week. Alan Austin stopping by. We're going to talk about the first episode of season 3 of White Lotus.
That's awesome. Can I make a suggestion for your podcast?
Sure.
Can you guys do your version of singing the theme song?
I don't think that. I think I give a little turn off where we actually talk about the episode.
Well, if you run out of things to say, which I know you will not, but you should guys do your interpretation of singing the theme song. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, so I'll keep that in mind. I'll see what Alan thinks about when we talk about this one. And also teasing something coming soon as well. Daredevil Born Again, the premiere from that we're going to cover on the pod too.
That sounds like a fun episode to be on. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, they said I'm glad they fixed it because apparently they rebooted it and like sort of made it closer to the Netflix version where this is basically like a season 4 about 7 years after the last one aired. So that
Okay.
I'm excited about. They bring the whole gang back pretty much.
That sounds exciting.
And it was not originally that way, so that was
Glad
disappointing.
they fixed it to your liking, Mike.
A lot of people were not big fans of the direction, including Marvel. I think that's why they ended up having to reshoot the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's coming up here. Sam, thank you for all the time. Really appreciate it. If people want to follow you on social media, how can I do that?
You can find me on Instagram at sderosa175, or, like I say every single time, just Google me. I'm somewhere there.